Good day, guys. Good day to everybody. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. We're talking quickly the big CONCACAF Nations League game that was played yesterday, Jamaica versus Haiti. Right? I actually had the privilege of watching this match twice. I was in the game. I was at the game live, saw it live, and then came home and watched it on YouTube. Um, a spirited fight back from the Reggae Boys. One must say, going down 2-0. It's not every day you see the Reggae Boys go down by 2 goals to nil and then get back in the game. So, that's a positive to show the desire, the determination, the guts to get back into the game. I think that must be praised, that must be highlighted, that must be emphasized. The shoulders did not drop when the boys conceded the 2 goals. Yes, you could see disappointment, but the body language never. I've seen the Reggae Boys concede relatively early goals, and it's like the body language was just like, Jaja, when I get back into this. But the body language was not negative from the boys. The boys always, their body language seemed to have suggested that they knew they could get back into the game, and they got back in it to a certain extent. Didn't win it, but got 2 goals and were able to draw the match 2-2. So a very spirited performance from the boys, and we have to give them props for that very spirited comeback. Um, we're gonna talk the stats first quickly, and then we're gonna get to the starting 11. Wait, I'm going to give you guys the starting 11 first, and then I'm going to give you guys the statistics. So the starting 11 reads Andre Blake in goal, Amari Bella left back, Ethan Pinnock and Damian Nanalo were the two centre backs, Javian Brown the right fullback. The two pivots were Joel Latibodier and Casey Palmer, and then the right winger was Leon Bailey. The left winger was Demarai Gray. The top link was Bobby Decardova Reed, and the out-and-out forward was Shamar Nicholson. So that's basically the starting 11. Hold on, I'm going to give you guys the substitutes too. Deshaun Bernard came onto the pitch, Daniel Johnson, Dejan Whisper Richards, and Romario Williams. And those players came on for the likes of Shamar Nicholson, Demarai Gray, Joel Latibodier, and Damian Nanalo. All right, the stats quickly. Big important, the main stat to all. 18 total shots for Jamaica, 9 total shots for Honduras. We had a lot of attempts on goal. It's not every day you see Jamaica Reggae Boys have more attempts on goal than our opposing team. So that's good to see. 8 shots on target for the Reggae Boys, 5 on target for Haiti. 71% possession to Haiti's 29% possession. Not every day you see Jamaica Reggae Boys outpossess a team, much less outpossess a team, so badly. We literally dominated possession. 465 passes attempted for the Jamaica Reggae Boys. 199 for Haiti. 78% passing accuracy for Jamaica. That could be better. 54% passing accuracy for Haiti. 13 fouls for Jamaica, 9 from Haiti. 2 yellow cards for Jamaica, 3 for Haiti. 1 red card for Haiti, which came for Haiti very late in the game. 3 offsides for Haiti. We had 12 corners. Haiti had only 1. So that's basically the stats for this particular game. Basically, how this game went, we conceded 2 early goals, and then for the rest of the game, we were chasing after Haiti. That's basically how this game went, and Haiti hit us on the occasional counter. That's basically the flow of what took place for the entire game rather. Haiti got the 2 goals. We chased them trying to get back. Every now and again, they would hit us on the counter. For the most part, they were sitting in a mid to low block. The main issues in this particular game that I would like to highlight, for starters, again, the right-hand side of our defense is dropping the ball a bit. One must provide the proper context. To be fair, the left-hand side of our defense does not have to deal with the amount of pressure that the right-hand side of our defense has to deal with. So from that particular perspective, obviously the right-hand side is going to be more susceptible to making errors. I mean, when teams look at the left-hand side of our defense and they see two English Premier League starters, and they look at the right-hand side of our defense and they see two MLS starters, you kind of know what side they're going to prefer to attack down, right? And, to be fair, the right-hand side of our defense has for some time now been the main point of attack for opposition teams. The right-hand side comes under more pressure. Yes, true. But, we would have preferred not to see the mistakes. You get what I say? Like, we know to come under more pressure, but we'd rather not. We'd rather want to keep it together. Seeing, defending counter-attacks is also an issue, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an issue of late. In this game against Haiti, whenever Haiti attacked us on the counter, we looked a bit out of sorts. We conceded goals on the counter, and we, for a number of games now, we have been conceding goals on the counter and have been looking very suspect at defending counter attacks. When we lose the ball, we kind of look a bit out of sorts, and, there doesn't seem to be any mechanisms in place to delay the attacking transition from the opposition team until we can get numbers back. And even when we do get numbers back in defense, they just don't organize themselves properly, in defensive transitional play, so that is definitely something going forward that we need to address. Fullbacks, I think, are beaten too easily. Our fullbacks, even Amari Bell. Now, to be fair, Bell is normally better than that. But in yesterday's game, a few times, Haiti went down, our left side. There was an attack or two where Bell was beaten far too easily. Crosses are allowed into our penalty box far too easily. Our fullback sometimes, especially the right fullback, I'm not going to really give Bell a warm time. He's allowed to have the 1 and 2 half game, but because, to be fair, most of the times he's absolutely solid. I'm telling you what I saw in this game versus Haiti. But especially the right fullbacks, they don't get tight to the wingers. They don't close down the ball quickly enough. Give the wingers a bit too much room. Crosses into the box, beaten too easily in 1v1s, that sort of a thing. That definitely needs to improve. Finishing as well was a major issue in this particular game, ladies and gentlemen. We created far too many opportunities to not score more goals in this particular game. Boza, I know say you're not getting a lot of game time for the last number of months, so you're not much sharp. And to be fair, even when you're at your best, you have your challenges in front of goal. Nobody ever accuses Boza of not getting himself into the right positions, but, converting has been an issue for Boza throughout his career. Facts, even when he has a good run of form, him still a dash with sitters. We have seen this in the past from the Reggae Boyz in games that we create a lot of chances, ladies and gentlemen. The conversion rate could be better in games that we create a lot of chances. We have seen this before. So that is definitely also an issue going forward. The midfield play in this particular game was always going to be a main talking point. Midfield play for the Reggae Boyz is always a main talking point. I saw Idonia criticizing the midfield after yesterday's game, the big artist Idonia. To be honest with you, I think the midfield in this particular game, looked a lot better than especially if you compare it to the Honduras game. You know, overall in build-up play, we were a bit more structured and a lot less sloppy in the Haiti game than we were in the Honduras game. Now, to be fair, we still have some work to do where that is concerned, and the midfield consistently has always been a problem for the Jamaica Reggae Boyz. As I said, build-up play in this particular game much better than the last. The reasons for that, in my humble opinion, for starters, the touches from the midfielders were a lot better in this particular game than they were in the Honduras game. The Honduras game, the touches on the midfielders were dreadful. I don't know if the man them jet lag or what, but honestly, man, Palmer and Latibo, they were terrible, man. Also, in this particular game versus Haiti, Haiti sat off in a mid to low block. Haiti did not front press. That's always the big issue for the Reggae Boyz and ladies and gentlemen. Whenever opposition teams front press, we always have issues breaking that front line pressure, that first line of pressure. But whenever teams sit in that mid to low block, yes, we have other issues, but you know, we look far more comfortable when teams sit off us. That's facts. Also, one of the things I realized is that the space between the Haitian lines were very small, and what that allowed for is and they were sitting in a mid block as well, and there was a lot of space because the team was very compact. There was also a lot of space in behind Haiti's back line, and also we were able to play with a very high line as well. So the space from back to front, you know, the distance from back to front, you know, was not as large a distance for our team to carry the ball as much as it has been in previous games. One of the main patterns of play that we saw was especially from fullbacks, you know, playing balls over the top down the line for the runs of wingers in behind our wingers that, you know, caused Haiti a bit of problems. And I think even those longer balls, you know, or the longer balls that were played in this game were not as long as we have seen in other games. So the likelihood of accuracy would have increased because of that. So, you know, we connected from back to front a bit better in this game than we would have in previous game. And also, again, because of the short amount of distance, it took less passes and less time for us to progress the ball to the opposition defensive third. So I think because of that, also the build-up play, you know, was a lot more effective in this Haiti game than we have seen in previous games. Another thing that I commend the boys for as well is in this particular game, compared to especially the Honduras game, was we utilized all the respective channels in build-up play in this particular game versus Haiti. In other words, we used the full width of the pitch, ladies and gentlemen, to build up in this particular game. We attacked in all the channels in this Haiti game rather than clogging the middle like what we did in the Honduras game. Remember the Honduras game, we kept on trying to force the ball through the middle a lot of times and, you know, didn't utilize all the channels, didn't utilize the width, you know, and didn't stretch the opposition team as well, you know, and create space in the middle so that when we went through the middle, we could actually attack through the middle effectively. You know, we just kept on clogging the middle versus the Honduras game, trying to force it down the middle, not utilizing the width. That was something that I saw in the Honduras game, and that was a welcome change in the Haiti game. In this particular game, I thought the substitutions were good from Jaime Grimson. A lot of people were in the stands cursing the gaffer for taking off Demarai Gray. However, he did indicate in the press conference that his minutes have to be managed for obvious reasons, right? So I think the substitutions were good, not only in this game, but in the Honduras game as well. You know, everybody who needed to come off came off when they needed to come off. You know, that's basically how I saw it in this particular game. I thought the subs were good. You know, the players who replaced them, I think, were players that were needed for the game at that particular time. Seeing all in all, Haiti, a decent team, a difficult little team, Haiti. You know, our record against them is good. It's one of our better records against relatively top teams in CONCACAF. However, Haiti has always been no pushover. You know, so we'd have loved the victory, but it's good to see the boys come from behind and, you know, show a spirited comeback. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Knock up the likes button, subscribe, and share as well. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and until next time.